The Kwara State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has deployed 2,280 personnel across the state to ensure a peaceful and secure Easter celebration. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are our top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10, at least 22 people were injured after a train derailed in Russia's region of UNIJOS, local authorities said on Friday, adding that no one died in the accident. 7 carriages of the train went off the rails in the region around 900 kilometers east of Moscow. The train was traveling from the city of Chelyabinsk in the Urals to capital Moscow. UNIJOS Regional Governor Alexey Roshkir said television images showed train carriages lying on their side. At number 9, ex-Italy goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon has stepped down from his role as delegation with the Italy national team following the country's failure to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The decision comes in the wake of Italy's painful playoff defeat to Bosnia-Herzegovina, where the 4-time world champions lost 4-1 on penalties, extending a historic run of absences from football's biggest tournament. Italy have now missed 3 consecutive World Cups, having also failed to qualify for the 2018 FIFA World Cup and the 2022 FIFA World Cup. At number 8, the Benue State government said it had commenced the evacuation of Benue indigenes studying at the University of Jos, Plateau State. The evacuation followed approval by the management of the institution as a result of the Palm Sunday attack in Angwan, Rukuba, where about 28 people were reportedly killed already. 600 students were reportedly evacuated on Thursday, while others willing to return to Benue were expected to be evacuated this weekend. This was contained in a statement issued on Friday by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Kula Teso, who said the evacuation of Benue indigenes studying at the University of Jos was carried out on Thursday. At number 7, the National Examinations Council has confirmed that there will be no extension for the registration of candidates for the 2026 Senior Secondary Certificate Examination. In a statement signed by the Registrar and Chief Executive, NECO, Professor Dantani Wushishi, cited by Punch Online and X on Friday, schools, proprietors, principals, and commandants of secondary schools are reminded to complete registration within the deadlines. Schools are strongly urged to adhere strictly to these dates to ensure all candidates are properly registered and prepared for the 2026 SSCE cycle. At number 6, the World Bank has approved a $500 million International Development Association credit to boost Nigeria's agricultural sector under a new program targeting smallholder farmers, value chains, and food security. The funding will support the Nigeria Sustainable Agricultural Value Chain for Growth project, also known as AGRO, which aims to improve productivity, strengthen market linkages, and create jobs across the country. The initiative will focus on aggregation, post-harvest handling, agro-processing, and improved market access, with priority placed on key crops including rice, maize, cassava, and soybeans. At number 5, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory and Chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, Nyesom Wike, has declared that the internal storm rocking the party has succeeded, announcing an open-door policy for former members seeking a return. Speaking during a media parley in Abuja on Friday, Wike likened politics to a game football rather than a fight to finish. He urged aggrieved politicians to set aside personal differences for the sake of the party's progress. Addressing the fallout from the party's recent national convention, the former Rivers State governor stated that the time for internal bickering had passed, stressing that the party was now focused on reconciliation and rebuilding its ranks. At number 4, Main Power Electricity Distribution Limited has confirmed the electrocution of one of its staff, Mr. Isaac Dike, a linesman attached to its Ogri district in Enugu. The head of communications of the company, Mr. Emeka Eze, disclosed this in a statement issued on Thursday. According to him, the incident occurred on Wednesday, April 1st, 2026 at about 3:25 p.m. while the deceased was carrying out an as yet unclear activity within a 300 kVA distribution substation located on Giraffe Street, Ekulu East Estate, Enugu. At number 3, barely 24 hours after President Bola Tinubu visited Jos, the Plateau State capital, to reassure residents and victims of the recent violence, fresh attacks have again shaken communities, raising concerns over the fragile security situation. In the early hours of Friday, suspected terrorist elements reportedly from the Rankum area launched an attack on the Jos community in Riyom local government area, killing 51-year-old Daoyo Betobeje. The attack, which occurred at about 6:56 a.m., has been described by local leaders as a direct affront to ongoing efforts to restore peace in the state. At number 2, the governor of Ebonyi State, Francis Nwifuru, has condemned the killing of the traditional ruler of Insinkwo community, Eze Josephat Ekegwu, describing it as barbaric and a direct assault on the peace, unity, and collective conscience of the state. In a statement released on Thursday by his chief press secretary, Monday Uzo, Governor Nwifuru ordered the state's joint security architecture to immediately unravel the circumstances surrounding the murder of the traditional ruler. At number 1, the Kwara State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has deployed 2,280 personnel across the state to ensure a peaceful and secure Easter celebration. This was disclosed on Thursday in a statement issued by the state's commandant, Bala Bodinga, and signed by the command's public relations officer, Ayola Shola, who said the personnel would be stationed across all 16 local government areas. According to him, the deployment is aimed at preventing any breakdown of law and order during the festive period and curbing the activities of miscreants. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.